Things I'm too old for in my 30s. Here we go. I'm too old to worry about what other people think I'm too old for. If I see a cute squishy plushie, I'm gonna buy it because it makes me happy. If I feel like going out and drinking with my girlfriends and dancing all night, I'm gonna do it because I'm the youngest I'll ever be right now. Basically, I'm too old to not do what makes me happy.
I deserve good things. I am entitled to my share of happiness. I refuse to beat myself up. I am an attractive person. I am fun to be with.
Daily Affirmation with Stuart Smalley.
No, let me fix that for you. You're too old to still be on TikTok. You're too old to still be going to the club trying to compete with 21 to 23-year-olds. You're too old to still be chasing thrills and excitement and basing big decisions in your life based on what's going to make me happy temporarily.
Grow the fuck up.
You're too old to not have grown the fuck up. How about that? How about doing the mature thing sometime? How about doing the responsible thing sometime? How about caring about somebody other than yourself?
Oh my gosh, I've never thought about that.
But here's the thing. If women don't get on that path by 25, they never get on that path. She's going to be a selfish piece of for the rest of her life. I'm willing to bet anything on that.
I stand behind it. I guarantee it.
I would bet every last dime of the Powerball.
They always try to make us believe living their best life doesn't involve getting sprayed down by a bunch of different dudes that you barely know. We know that's part of the equation, lady. And we also know the reason why you're not married with kids right now isn't because you're enjoying your life so much. It's because the guys you truly wanted that from did not want that with you.
You can tell the people you roll with whatever you want, but you and I know what's going on, don't you?
Too old not to speak up for myself at the nail salon when I don't like something or something is not going right. I used to be so afraid of saying anything, and I'd go home and hate my nails and just live with it. Nicely let them know if they can adjust it for you. I'm too old to stay home and watch shows all day. Yes, I love doing that, but I'm not gonna waste my entire 30s sitting home watching shows. I wanna explore, go on trips, learn cultures, dance while my hips still work. So many of us in our 30s that feel like we can't do these things anymore because we're in our 30s, but it's really not that old. So wear the crop top, wear the colorful eyeshadow, do whatever makes you happy because we're not dead yet.
Whatever, I'll do what I want. It's my hot body, I'll do what I want.
Right, and then in our 40s, 50s, and 60s, we could be completely miserable and contemplate jumping off of you know what. Yeah, live your best life in your 20s and 30s and you're not too old. You're right, it's not that old. But let me guess, you're going to be 50 saying that's not that old and you should still live your best life and party all night and drink all night and keep traveling.
And what's wrong with that?
There's only so much fulfillment you can get from traveling and partying. I'm sorry. You'll never have the fulfillment of your kid tugging on your shirt saying, come look at my new drawing. You'll never have the fulfillment of holding your baby in your arms and looking into their beautiful eyes. You'll never have the fulfillment of cuddling up with a man who loves and respects you and would literally take a bullet for you. You'll never have the fulfillment of those little bundles of joy relying on you and looking at you as just everything.
Okay, Clay, I get the point.
No, you don't!
I got so much stuff on my mind. I just want to talk to y'all today. This is for my ladies, my grown women who are 30 and up. If you're 30 and you're still single, baby, it's a beautiful thing.
Shit.
No, it's not.
Take this time to focus on you. Get in the best shape of your life. Try some new hair colors. Focus on your health. Focus on spending time with your family. Travel.
Right, because you're failing at dating. That's why you have to get online and say this. You wouldn't have to justify any of this if you didn't know deep down in your heart that something went wrong so far. They travel so they can run away from how fucked up they are. They drink so they can run away from how fucked up they are.
Etc., 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 etc.
Become so in tune with you that you know yourself inside and out. Just become the best version of you. So when you do meet that person that's for you, when it is time for you to fall in love, you're ready to receive that love.
I know you playing.
You won't be ready. Becoming the best version of you doesn't mean you're becoming the best relationship version of you. You're becoming the best single version of you.
No, not really.
The longer you stay single, the less equipped you will be for a man.
But take this time to just do you, baby. Don't feel like time is passing you by.
It is.
And that you're never going to meet the person that's for you. I promise. Stay out there. They're just getting prepared for you, just like you're preparing for them.
That's definitely not true. He's fucking bitches. He's getting money and he's hanging out with his boys. And he ducking chicks like you. You promise. I don't think you can make those type of promises. You're a liar. That's a promise you damn sure can't keep. So every woman that's seen this video is definitely gonna have a man and get married and all that. The stats say otherwise, toots.
Always check the facts. Then you decide. That's a tip from me, Mr. T.
You better check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Hey folks, we'll be back to the video in a second. Be sure to like and comment anything under the video. It's the only thing that's going to help us grow and blow this channel up. But you know how tired I get listening to these dingbats? Really, go ahead and support the content by joining the Patreon or the YouTube membership. It really gives me motivation to keep breaking down these numbskulls. For low as $5 a month, you get one exclusive video a week. And the more memberships I get, the more perks I'll add. So show some love to your sensei.
How about new?
Best equals story time. I'm fresh off 4 hours of sleep, so don't judge me. One day over the summer, I got this message from a guy.
Let's check it out. I saw your profile on Field, putting myself forward as a fit, funny, tattooed, and nerdy man. At least he shot his shot, right? But yeah, this is very simpy. Do you have an application form I could fill out? Oh, that was... You know what? The first part wasn't that bad until I seen the second part. I mean, the first part was bad, but now it's really, really, really bad.
Nobody is gonna respect him. Everybody's walking around about, yeah, you know.
These bitches ain't worth filling out an application for. I'm not even gonna get into it.
So we're chatting, and I maybe initiated sending a voice note. He had this crazy accent. I think he was from London, and so we're just getting to know one another down in the DMs. He drops a bomb on me that he does have a kid. Personally, do not prefer to date men with children. My therapist has been telling me, keep an open mind. My therapist has been telling me, keep an open mind.
First huge red goddamn flag, all right?
That's a gigantic red flag for most guys.
Red flag number 577 in this video, guys.
Yeah, keep an open mind because you're old. I could just tell, look. You don't need to be picky at this point. You need to get what you can get. So go ahead and get your stepmother sweater made and step up to the plate.
With my open mind, I agreed to meeting this man for a drink. Ended up meeting at a rooftop bar. Started like massively storming, and we had to rush and go down to the hotel lobby bar. Conversation's good, we're laughing, we're joking around, and he's like, well, do you want to go grab something to eat? He looks over and he says, oh, well, there's a Chick-fil-A right across the street. I'm quite positive that my face said it all, but I looked at him and said, I'm not going to Chick-fil-A.
That's not me being a bitch. That's not me being difficult. That's me having a standard.
We ended up finding this little Asian place nearby. Food was great.
You need to take that Chick-fil-A, and you need to be treating. See, they don't get that they're at the disadvantage now. Even him with the kid and even him being kind of simpy, he's better than you. You are not too good for Chick-fil-A.
Take that in. Just repeat it to yourself until it makes sense.
Because if you were, you would have had a man who could afford 5-star restaurants marry you before now, way before now.
And then the check comes. This man looks at me with a straight face, says, can we split this? And here's where it got even worse. He looks at me and he says, because I'm a feminist.
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
My nigga.
Well, yeah, he was giving feminine energy through the first message. Talking about, can I fill out an application and yada, 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 and journey. You should have been able to, foresee this. You couldn't tap into your chakra and see this coming?
Like, is it that hard?
You better pull out your wallet and pay half and impress this male effiness. He's one of the few options you got left. It's only going to go down from here. The next dude going to ask you to pay for the whole thing.
Trust me, it's not gonna get any better. It's not gonna get any better.
Learn to love it because you'll have no choice.
So I went out with this guy in my early 20s and he cheated on me all the time, but because I didn't have any physical evidence and because he had the gift of the gab and I was young, naive and stupid, I let him get away with everything. And then fast forward like 15 years, I've split up with my husband and he gets back in touch and he's like, I'm so sorry for how I treated you. I would love to take you out.
Of course you split up with your husband. Because you've been ran through by toxic guys for years before you met your husband. He should have never, married you in the first place. And this is why body count counts. And this is why you should judge a woman by her past harshly. Because it will tell you her future. I'm sure her husband was a great guy, but she wanted to get back to the streets.
So, stupidly, I decided to give the guy a second chance. In the meantime, he's created a very successful business for himself. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? And he just seemed like a really genuine, nice guy, and maybe they'd grown up. Anyway, plot twist, he hadn't grown up at all.
And I bet she left her husband to give it a try with the old scumbag dude because she saw him on Instagram flaunting money. Like, oh, he done came up. This guy was on her mind the whole time. The whole time she was with her fiance and eventually husband, she was thinking about this other dude. Every woman always have 1 to 5 guys from their past that they will always be in love with and they will always give poon to if you pop up on social media asking for it.
Isn't that right, Miss Hall?
Absolutely. I went around to his house and there were some pictures missing from the wall, and I kind of figured that maybe he'd removed them because I was there, but then I was also just doubting myself because I know his history. I later checked his Facebook, which is open for everyone to see, and there are pictures of him, his dog, and his girlfriend. Obviously, I was fuming at this, and I told him he was a massive cunt and he was never to speak to me ever again, and he never did. So, would not recommend to a friend giving the guy that cheated on you a second chance.
No fucking shit.
Recently figured out that I'm autistic. Well, last November.
Oh, are you going to leave out the part where he smashed that and sprayed you down for old time's sake? And look at you now, you're on TikTok with no husband and you didn't get the dude you tried to monkey branch to.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
You shouldn't say that about a woman. Why can't you say women are wrong when they're wrong?
You want to be making moves on the street, have no attachments, allow nothing to be in your life that you cannot walk out on in 30 seconds flat.
Okay, first of all, I didn't miss the red flags. I looked at them and thought, damn, that's sexy. And that's my problem.